Hello, today we're off to one of the oldest towns in Northamptonshire in the UK, and potentially it's one of the oldest towns in the country, as there's evidence that there's been inhabitants in that area since the middle of the Stone Age. Now we're going off to do some street photography, so I don't think we're going to find any cavemen today. We're going off with the Canon M50 Mark II with a brand new lens, the Meike 50mm manual lens. So let's go and see how this performs. So here's the lens. You can see that I changed the aperture by moving this dial here. So I'm going to set this to about 5.6 today. The sun was out when I left home and now it's completely clouded over. So I'm setting it at 5.6. I've set the shutter speed at the moment to about 320, 1/320. I've got the ISO on auto. All I need to do is focus using the front dial just here. So let's have a look. So here we are, starting with a warm-up shot just of this chap. Remember, we're looking to tell stories. So just wandering along here, and I saw this chap walking between the cars. I thought I'd use that as another warm-up shot just to get used to the light and how the lens is performing. So just here I saw somebody standing outside the shop, so I thought that would be quite a nice photo from across the road. Remember, it's a 50mm lens, so I'm able to get shots across the road okay. And here we have another chap just standing outside a shop. And I thought I'd just get a photo of this charity shop here. Just had to wait for a clear space with the cars going past. And I thought this was quite good photo. I've got through the archway, and this next photo I've actually cropped in just to see how well the lens performs with cropping in. And then I saw these bikers come past, didn't have time to change my settings, so I just got that biker there. And then further on I thought I'll just take a look up shot of this building, just again to get a feel of the lens, as I've never used this lens before. And then here I do like taking photos of doors, because I always think doors have a mystery. What's behind that door? I just can't help it. I just love doors. Then I saw somebody walking fairly fast, and I thought this might tell a story, so I got that shot. And then again somebody else walking past with a shopping bag. It's good just to get people's activity. And then there was this lady standing outside here looking into her bag, so I thought that would take a nice shot. And then there's a lady just further along there, and I just wanted to get that shot because it was quite a good street shot with cars in there. So, you know, 50 years time that'll look good, won't it, with old cars. So I carried on walking along the high street, and I thought I'll just try this tree, because again I'm testing the lens, don't forget, just to see how this lens performs with this type of shot, and it seemed to be okay. And then I saw these two people here, and I thought that'd be quite a nice street shot. We've got activity of two people in the shot. And then again I've got another look up of a tree with the yellow leaves on it, and quite happy with the way that came out. the main thing is making sure your focus is okay, because it's not automatic focus. Then here I was waiting for this couple to walk past so I could get that shot. One of the big problems is the traffic coming past, so sometimes you miss shots because of the traffic. And here we go, another door. They're always a mystery to me, what's behind them. And then just over on the right there, in this shop, there was a bath with sort of balls in it to make it look like bubbles, and I thought this would be quite a nice shot. And there you go, the camera seemed to perform quite well, or the lens performed quite well in that shot. There's me just having a look. And here I've got these bins and then somebody walking past. I've used the rule of odds here. We've got 4 bins and 1 person, with the person being in the middle. And now I've got another person coming across, and again I've used the rule of odds. I've got 3 objects, 2 bins and 1 person. And there's that bath. I'm now walking back the other way, and I just couldn't resist taking a photo with these bubbles. And I thought I'd better get this sign as we're in Towcester. It tells us just how far we are from London and how far from Towcester, which would be 0. And Stony Stratford, I did a POV in Stony Stratford, which is 8 miles away, down Watling Street. I'll put a link above for that one. And I've got another biker here. Then I thought I'd try and get this lady as she's walking past. And I just got that. I had to think quick on that one. And then I've got a couple across the road. I want to try and get those in as they're chatting to each other and walking down the road. And then there's an older couple walking across the road, and I just had to get these. I thought that was a really nice shot with their hats, and they've got quite a bit of character. And then there was these 2 chaps standing outside this pub having a cigarette, so I thought that would take a really nice black and white shot there. And then over on the right I could see a lady with a pushchair, and I thought this would take a nice black and white shot as well. Again, just trying to see how this lens is performing doing street photography, and I'm quite happy with it so far. And there's a shot of some people in Costa Coffee there. Thought I'd just get this little alleyway because I thought it looked quite pretty with the flowers and plants over on the right, and it sort of led your eye through. And now this post box, I don't really know why I took this one, but the interesting thing here was I've got focus peaking on, and the colour I had was red, and I really struggled trying to focus this because the post box is red and of course the focus peaking is red. I should have changed the colour, but anyway, I got the photo I wanted. And then we're coming towards the end here. I wanted to get this chap with his bin, but as I lifted the camera he walked across the road, so I had to make do with a picture of him crossing the road. And there it is there. So I saw this lady just walking along, looks like she was doing Keep Fit, and I wanted her between these cars, but there was too much traffic, so I just had to make do with her walking through the front of that car. Then over on the left I saw this nice scene, and I thought I'd just see how the camera copes with this particular scene, and I was quite happy with that. And then the final one, I was just about to get in the car and I thought I must get this chap walking along with his long hair and blue jacket. Okay, that's me just back, and I was right, it did cloud over and it did start chucking it down with rain towards the end. So just a short trip today, but very happy with the new lens. It probably was a bit more difficult to use actually than the manual 25mm that I tried earlier. I'll put a link up here for that video. Nevertheless, quite a good lens. I got some fairly good results. Probably got a bit more noise than I was hoping, but maybe it was just a dull day and not enough light getting in. So nevertheless, a nice lens. It only costs about £80, so really cheap lens really. They say you get what you pay for, but I was pretty happy, got some good results with it. Now I've got a couple of shout outs and a bit of information about 2023. I've got some really good plans. Now there's a particular channel that I watch. It's of an up and coming channel. It's called Photography by Phil, and he is absolutely excellent. He does some excellent drone footage. In fact, he's got a separate channel just on drones, but he incorporates the drone footage now into his photography channel, which is absolutely great. I just wish I had the courage to go and get a drone, but really worth a watch. He takes some really good photographs. He's done some street photography and more recently been doing lots of landscape photography. Really worth having a look at his channel. Really nice chap, and some really beautiful drone footage and some lovely photographs. I'll put a link below so that you can go straight off to his channel and have a look. I think it's always worth supporting other channels where we can. And that's given me some really good ideas of places to visit in 2023 and maybe the following year as well. He does lots of his photography and drone footage in Wales, absolutely beautiful, so I have really got to get over there. So watch out, Phil, I will be coming over there at some point. And then the other channel that gives me some great ideas of places to visit, and hopefully I can schedule some of those in for 2023, and that's West Country Wanderings. Really nice chap, got loads of information about places he visits. It's really worth watching. He does all his video, I believe, on the Canon M50 Mark II, the same as my camera. Very knowledgeable guy, has lots of information about railways and canals and lots of walks. Does some really good video footage with some excellent commentary. Really worth having a look. So that's West Country Wanderings. Go and have a look and subscribe to his channel as well. Now for future plans, next year I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can actually get some street photography and landscape photography around the other side of the world. I really have got this desire to go across to somewhere like the Philippines and get some photography out there and record it all on this channel. So if you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button now so that you don't miss out any future videos. And if you like this video, please give me the thumbs up, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next video.